Howdy, Immortallium here. I don't usually write out what I say in these videos, usually because I just prefer to wing it. I think it sounds a bit more natural, but this video is really important to me. I have done over 150 videos on YouTube. You can see the number I've done down there. And of all those videos, I believe that this is the single most important video that I have done. So, you can understand why I feel really passionately about this. And that is why I've written out what I have to say. So here it is. We stand at a crossroads. A speech by Immortallium. It was only recently through a video of NZ Anime Mangas that I found out about the MAG project, or Manga-Anime Guardians. This project will, over the course of the next 5 months, seek to monitor and remove anime and manga piracy, and through this, as well as educating fans of legal avenues of getting their products, generate a positive growth in the industry. When I learned about this, I was overjoyed. I joined YouTube for exactly this reason, to help this industry that I love and care for so much survive, and to foster new talent. However, I was horrified. Now I realise I was not surprised, but I was horrified to find out that fans were reacting to this news with great opposition. It is here that I wish to focus the subject of this speech. For a long time, the industry has been suffering from piracy. The revenue has been declining for both manga and anime directors have been aging while new talent instead enters the video game industry due to the better pay. I want you to realise that this, of course, all comes down to one thing, and that is money. These days, fans react negatively to the idea of corporations and businessmen making money and instead feel a false sense of entitlement to anime and manga, that they do not need to pay for these products, that they have somehow earned the right to watch and read these products for free. I'll say this here and now, if this continues onwards, this industry is doomed to stagnation and eventual death. In 2005, around the peak of anime popularity in the West, there was over 100 anime series released. In 2013, only around 40 series were released. This shrinkage has occurred for one reason, and one reason only. The budget of anime is getting smaller. It is becoming more and more risky to create a series due to the declining revenue streams. This must be rectified. Not only that, but as I said earlier, talent is being lost due to the low wages. Most of the directors of anime today have directed anime for a long time, with very few new directors being brought in. I don't know how the industry will respond to this, but whether they respond by bringing in directors who have not been trained properly, or by stopping production altogether, the result will not be beneficial to anyone. I've spoken a great deal about anime so far. It is because that industry is the one that is most at risk. But you must not forget that manga has been declining as well. The past few years have seen the death of many manga magazines in Japan, many of which only years earlier had been very profitable. Actual tankobon figures, or graphic novels, have fared better, but the decline is still there, and while the market has witnessed a temporary boost from Attack on Titan, that boost will soon disappear and the decline will continue. Let's not forget the American market for manga, which sees companies desperately trying to remain profitable. It has been estimated that the standard manga release in America must sell around 1,500 copies per volume in order to remain profitable. And when one sees that series such as Gintama and Hitman Reborn both failed to reach these figures, this paints how dire the industry is right now. Another important effect of this has been the decline in the wages of manga translators. I recently listened to an interview with manga translator William Flanagan, who has worked in the industry since the 1990s. Known for translating Pat Labor, among other series, he's currently working on the Kodansha releases of Fairy Tail. But he has said that the wage for a translator has declined to the point where he has to do many times the amount of work he had to do in the past just to make the same amount. This is due to two facts. One, that the industry has declined and each release makes less of a profit, thus everyone involved make less money. Two, that people translate online for free and have thus reduced the value of a translator. This is horrible, and it shows how much suffering that piracy can cause. Taking into account all these facts, it is clear that at this rate, anime will perish and manga will decline severely, if not eventually die. What the MAG project hopes to achieve is great and noble, but is ultimately doomed to failure if the fans do not support them. Because that is what it all comes down to. We, the fans, are the ones who allow this industry to exist, and it is we who will ultimately decide its fate. It is here that we stand at the crossroads. To make anime and manga great once more, or for them to disappear from the earth altogether. I choose to fight for anime and manga's ultimate survival, but I cannot achieve this alone. And thus, I ask that if you support what I say, that you love anime and manga and wish for its continued existence, then you will follow 3 rules. 1. That you will purchase anime and manga or watch and read them through legal sites. And this is the single greatest thing you can do for the industry, better than the other 2. Because you are contributing money to the creators. You are telling them that you want more and allowing them to create more. 2. That you do not visit illegal sites. By visiting these sites, you are contributing to their revenue through advertisements, as well as encouraging the people responsible for these sites to continue their acts. The third and final thing that I ask that you do is to encourage other people to buy anime and manga legally and oppose the decline of the industries. It is we, the fans, who will ultimately decide the path taken at these crossroads. I usually end off by saying, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and bye-bye. But today, I encourage you to check out the links below in the description and to take what I've said into account. I will finish this speech on a word that has become a great symbol of MAG and her position on fandom. Arigato.